Hello again. This is actually day 3 of my vacation, but I'm going to be talking about day 2 because I got back here from Universal and I was wiped out. I was sitting here on the couch looking over the footage I had shot, and I actually fell asleep. So I knew it was time to go to bed, and so now I'm talking about day 2 on day 3. Day 2 went really good. I went over to downtown Disney, and that's always a nice place, and it's free too, so I can go in there and look around all I want, and look around in the stores. And they have the Lego store there, and they always have these nice Lego displays outside. They had some new ones from the last time I was there. The dragon was still there in the water. They had scenes from Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. They had 2 scenes from Snow White, the 7 dwarfs working the mine and Snow White kissing Dopey. And from Sleeping Beauty they had Prince Philip fighting the dragon. They do excellent work on those things. I wonder, did they glue those together to make sure they stay together, or do they just snap them together as regular? I don't know. I'll have to find out. Then I got my tickets for Disney. 2-day tickets. Went over there, and I was going around collecting greetings from characters from my nieces and my nephew. I don't know how much my nephew's going to appreciate all these Disney princesses saying hi to him. Although one of them did call him Prince Joe, so I'd like to think he'd appreciate that. It's always nice to be appreciated and be called a prince by a princess. Makes you feel special. That's what those ladies do over there. They make you feel special. I did get some pins. I do collect. Well, I don't really collect them. I know some people are really into them, and they have like trading sessions and trading things for those of them that are really into it. I'm not that into it, but if I do see something, I do see a pin I like, I'll get it and I'll wear it on the lapels of my coat. And those always look nice. People always seem to notice those. This is the one that caught my eye. Well, actually, this caught my eye first. I was looking for. They sometimes have 2 characters on one pin. There's Wally and Eva. You can see that. They were on the same card here, or whatever this thing's called, and I thought they looked cute together. And I was looking for them. I saw them in one store. Actually, I saw them at downtown Disney, I think. And then I was over at Disney World, and I was looking around for them. And while I was looking around for them, I saw Elliot from Pete's Dragon. That was a movie that I remember from years and years ago, and it's always been one of my favorites. And I knew that they did have the Elliot pin at one point, but they must have discontinued it, because I did see it selling on eBay. But I was just looking over the pins, and lo and behold, there he was, and I just snatched him up in a heartbeat because I remembered him so much. They brought him back apparently, so Elliot's back. And then of course that's when I found Wally and Eva, and I picked those up. And then I went ahead and I got these 2. Alice has already been on part of a 2-pin set with the Mad Hatter. But I saw her there, and then the Cheshire Cat was next to her, so I made my own little hair. Wear those together. They did have Rapunzel pins, but they didn't have one for Flynn Rider, a Flynn Rider pin. Otherwise, I would have bought those two as like a pair also. They do have a Rapunzel pin set, but it's more like these little portraits of them. And I wasn't really satisfied with them. I didn't really care for those much. I like the figure pins, you know, where you see that you have the pins of the full figure, the full character. It did go well. I mostly was there, you know, seeing the characters, meeting them, getting my picture taken with them. I still hadn't quite worked out all the bugs of handling a camcorder just yet, and in the footage while I was talking to the princesses, sometimes the camera would stray, and sometimes they'd be off. It would go off to the side, and you can hear who I was talking to but not see them, or sometimes it would stray down. And I was not doing that intentionally, just so you know. I was not intentionally trying to film their bosoms. No, really, I was not. Seriously. Let's see. Well, then I made it. I tried to make my way over to Universal Studios. First off, it took me almost a half hour to get out of the park, and then I had to drive over to Universal, which is about 8 miles away, I think. And I'm usually pretty antsy when it comes to driving somewhere that I'm trying to get to, because I do get nervous. I do get nervous when I drive, but once I get there and I get into the swing of things, then I'm all right. So I'm a little white-knuckled on the journey, but once the journey is finished, then I'm usually okay. I did have to give up my wallet at the gate, though, because my wallet has a chain on it, and it does not come off. So they said I had to leave it at the gate, and they gave me a little number. So when I went to the ticket booth to get my tickets, I had already taken out my card, but then I had to go back and get my ID out of my wallet because I needed my ID to confirm that I was there to buy the tickets I was there to buy. But like I said, once everything was taken care of, you know, I'd gotten there safe and sound. I wasn't so anxious to get there. I didn't cause any accidents or anything, or didn't get into any accidents with anyone. And it was good. I actually did all 8 houses in one night. And I did all the scare zones. I actually got some nice footage of the scare zones, except for the maze one. But I'll go back and get that tonight. I'll probably end up doing my own individual videos on each house. Here's how I'll show you. I got the schedule here. I went straight to HR Blood and Guts. I went straight for Blood and Guts. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? I got there, and I did not get to get my picture taken with him as I had hoped, because I thought it would be cool to get a picture of him wearing my Svengoolie shirt. You know, because he's supposed to be a horror post himself, HR Blood and Guts